Marriage did not change overnight, it changed quietly, like a crack in a wall that nobody notices, until the whole building begins to shift. At first, Ada thought she had won. The mansion was everything she imagined. Tall gates, shiny floors, a bedroom bigger than her mother's entire house. Designers came and went, friends envied her, social media praised her. Soft life queen, they commented. And for a while, she believed it. But peace does not live in marble floors. It lives in the heart. And slowly, she began to feel the silence. Chief Keen was attentive in public. He held her waist at events. He smiled for cameras. He introduced her as my beautiful wife. But at home, the warmth faded. Conversations became instructions. Don't post that. Wear something more classy. Don't visit that friend again. Ada told herself it was normal. He's just protective, she whispered into the mirror. But protection does not feel like control, and love does not feel like fear. The first time he raised his voice at her, it wasn't because of something serious. It was because dinner was late. She stood there, shocked, not because he shouted, but because of the look in his eyes, cold, unbothered, as if she were an employee who failed a task. That night, she lay on the edge of the massive bed, and for the first time, the house felt too big, too empty, too quiet. When she found out she was pregnant, she cried, not from sadness, but from hope. Maybe this would change him. Maybe a child would soften his heart. Maybe love could grow. But instead, he grew distant. He traveled more, came home later. His phone was always face down, his laughter saved for other rooms, other voices. One night, as rain tapped against the window, Ada walked down the hallway and heard his voice, soft, intimate. Not the voice he used with her anymore. She's just for public image, he said. After the election, I'll handle it. Ada stood frozen. In that moment, something inside her broke completely. She was not a wife. She was strategy. She was decoration. She was convenience. Meanwhile, in a small apartment in Lagos, Emeka was fighting his own battles. The mattress was thin, the fan made noise, the generator failed often, but he had something money could not buy: purpose. He worked late into the night, learning new skills, failing, trying again, sleeping only a few hours. Nobody clapped for him, nobody called him successful, but pain had given him fuel, and heartbreak had given him discipline. Back in the mansion, Ada stopped smiling in pictures. Her makeup became heavier, her laughter rehearsed. The guests still came, the cameras still flashed, but inside her, the mango tree memory returned. The boy who promised growth instead of comfort. The boy who looked at her like she was more than an accessory, and for the first time, she understood something. Money can buy luxury, but it cannot buy tenderness. It cannot buy loyalty. It cannot buy the feeling of being chosen for who you are. One night she stood by the window, holding her growing stomach. The city lights sparkled outside. Everything she once prayed for was in her hands, yet her heart felt poorer than ever. And finally, she admitted the truth she had been running from. She did not marry a man. She married a lifestyle, and lifestyles do not love you back. But life was not done teaching her, because soon she would have to choose again, not between two men, but between fear and freedom. The night Ada heard the truth, she did not scream, she did not confront him, she did not cry. She simply went back to her room, closed the door quietly, and sat on the floor. For the first time in her life, she stopped pretending. No cameras, no makeup, no luxury illusion, just a woman. Realizing she had traded love for comfort, and comfort had betrayed her. The next morning, Chief Keen behaved like nothing happened. He kissed her forehead. "Rest well, don't stress yourself," he said casually. Ada looked at him, really looked at him, and suddenly she felt nothing. No anger, no fear, just clarity. Weeks passed. Her pregnancy grew. So did her silence. She began planning, not revenge, not drama, escape. Quietly, she opened a separate bank account. She reached out to an old friend secretly. She started looking for a modest apartment. For the first time in years, she was making. She reached out to an old friend secretly. She started looking for a modest apartment. For the first time in years, she was making decisions for herself. One afternoon, Chief Keener returned home earlier than usual. He found her packing. Not much, just essentials. He laughed at first. "Are you redecorating?" She looked him in the eye. "No, I'm leaving." Silence filled the room like thick smoke. "You're joking," he said. "I'm not." His smile disappeared. Juno placed her hand on her stomach. "I want my child to grow up in a home, not a showroom." He tried everything: threats, promises, sweet words, anger. "You'll regret this." Maybe she would, but regret in peace is better than luxury in pain. That evening, she walked out of the mansion. No cameras, no dramatic music, just a woman choosing dignity. Months later, a small hospital room. Ada held her newborn baby boy. Tears rolled down her face, but this time they were different. They were free. She named him Chidera. what God has written, because maybe this pain was written to teach her. Life was not easy. Bills were real, rent was stressful, sleepless nights were constant, but laughter returned, real laughter. She started a small online business, selling handmade fashion pieces. It wasn't glamorous, but it was hers, and slowly it grew. Meanwhile, Emeka had changed too. Years of struggle hardened him, but not his heart. His tech startup finally gained attention. Investors began calling. The same people who ignored him now respected him, but success had made him careful. He no longer chased love. He built himself first. One afternoon, fate did what fate does best. Ada walked into a tech exhibition to promote her brand. Emeka was one of the guest speakers. Neither of them knew, until she heard his voice. That same calm voice from under the mango tree. She froze. He looked into the crowd, and their eyes met. Time did not rewind. It did not pause. It simply acknowledged them. Two people who had grown through pain. After the event, they spoke, not like lovers, like survivors. There was no bitterness, just maturity. "You look different," he said. "I had to become," she replied. They talked about mistakes, about pride, about growth. For the first time, they understood each other, not as dreamers, but as adults. Love did not rush back dramatically. It grew carefully, slowly, like a tree planted after a storm. This time, Ada did not choose money, and Emeka did not choose pride. They chose partnership. They chose effort. They chose communication. Years later, their home was not the biggest, but it was warm. Chidera ran around the living room laughing. Emeka worked at a desk near the window. Ada stitched new designs while humming softly. There were bills, there were challenges, but there was peace, and peace is priceless. Ada once thought love didn't pay bills. She was right. Love alone doesn't. But love plus growth, love plus discipline, love plus partnership, that builds wealth, not just in the bank, but in the heart. Love is not always loud. Sometimes it is quiet sacrifice, silent suffering, and tears no one ever sees. Ada didn't ask for a mansion. She didn't ask for diamonds. She only wanted to be chosen, but life chose differently. She walked away from wealth, not because she was strong, but because her heart was tired. Tired of sleeping beside a man who never truly saw her. Tired of smiling through loneliness. Tired of being loved without being valued. In that small apartment, with cracked walls and leaking roofs, she finally found something money could not buy. Peace. Her son's laughter became her luxury. His tiny hands became her strength. And every night, while the city slept, she carried her pain quietly, alone. But some battles don't shout, they whisper. High blood pressure, stress, exhaustion, the kind that builds slowly until the body says, enough. That night, when the rain fell heavily, she tried to stand, she tried to breathe, she tried to reach her phone, but love couldn't save her. Not Emeka's love, not Chief Keeney's regret, not the dream she buried, just silence and rain. By morning, she was gone, and the world continued, as if nothing had happened. Emeka came back, finally ready, finally brave, finally sure, but love does not wait forever. When he saw her lying there, cold, still, unmoving, he understood something too late. You don't return to someone you truly love, you stay. Chief Kenna stood at the burial ground, a powerful man with empty hands. He had given her everything, except what she needed. Now he had everything, except her. And the little boy cried, "Mummy, wake up!" But heaven does not negotiate. Sometimes love is not destroyed by hatred. It is destroyed by delay, by pride, by silence, by "I'll fix it later." Ada didn't die because she wasn't loved. She died because she carried too much alone, and the people who loved her too late. Piano fades softer. If you love someone, don't wait. Don't assume they know. Don't postpone your presence, because one day you may arrive with flowers and meet a grave. Final whisper tone. Love is powerful, but time is stronger.